Can the GSW win the NBA title in 2023? The Warriors once again are the table toppers of the NBA's throne, winning their fourth title in 8 years on Thursday night in Boston. It's an astonishing accomplishment, particularly in an era that's largely been defined by roster turnover that only Bill Russell's Celtics, Magic Johnson's Lakers, Michael Jordan's Bulls, and Tim Duncan's Spurs can look down at. While nothing lasts forever, this miraculous run is clearly not over. Steph Curry, 34 years old, Klay Thompson, 32, and Draymond Green, 32, are all on the back nine of their Hall of Fame careers. But as Curry said during the finals, they all still feel like there's plenty left in the tank. Look at how they played in their finest moments, and it's impossible to argue. On his way to winning Finals MVP and cementing himself as one of the best point guards ever, Curry had the greatest game of his postseason career in Game 4. 43 points and 7 threes is a must-win on-the-road performance. Want to know about it in detail? Well, stay tuned till the end. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we will talk about can the GSW win the NBA title in 2023? Meanwhile, subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon. That being done, let's start. Curry's usage rate for the entire postseason was 31.8%, besting only his 2016 performance when enduring constant pressure on the other end against teams that are persuaded that repeatedly hunting him will eventually matter. He continues to serve as the pivot of basketball's most visually stunning offense, especially against a Celtics team that was built to take away a lot of the playmaking Green creatures in the half-court. Green struggled offensively during the playoffs. However, on defense, he remained as intelligent, adaptable, and tone-setting as ever. He was always lurking, stumbling at ball handlers, dominating point games, and preventing shots from hitting the rim. Green accurately stated, "Game 6, I dominated," from the podium early on Friday. Despite a few off-shooting nights, he made only 35.6% of his shots in the finals. Thompson showed up in the big spots with brilliant two-way performances that was similar to what he could do 3, 4, or 5 years ago. Thompson was the big question mark heading into these playoffs. It will be fascinating to see where those three go from here as conference champions once more in a conference that may be as competitive as it has ever been next year. Golden State has a pipeline of young, intriguing talent who are still on rookie contracts and have the potential to pick up some of the slack over the next few years, on the court or in a trade. Additionally, at just 27 years old, Andrew Wiggins is thriving on his own mid-prime timeline, despite the fact that he has one more season left on his max contract and was crucial throughout his entire playoff run. Additionally, they have a few unrestricted free agents, the most notable of which are Kevin Looney and Gary Payton II, key role players who contributed to the collapse of their defense. Golden State has a good chance of keeping at least one player, but especially with Looney, it will be interesting to see how the team balances his higher market value, what the board man gets paid, with a possible desire to give James Wiseman more minutes and avoid increasing their already high luxury tax bill even further in the coming off seasons, assuming they re-sign, extend Wiggins, Jordan Poole. Without Looney's impact on the glass, it's hard to imagine this Warriors team continuing to win everything. In the playoffs, he grabbed 9 more offensive rebounds than anyone else, and was an absolute monster when it came to creating opportunities for second chances. Golden State also has the taxpayer mid-level exception at their disposal, which they could use to keep Otto Porter Jr. should the veterans minimum not be sufficient this summer in order to improve their external image. Internal enhancement will also be important. Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, and Wiseman ought to all play larger roles if they aren't traded for more established complementary pieces. The first two were able to make a difference in the postseason, and if one of them improves significantly in the second season, the impact could be huge. As is the case with every team, they can't control everything that affects the race for the championship. The following statement is in no way intended to diminish their fourth ring, but despite a few significant injuries elsewhere, Golden State did not face a juggernaut opponent on this particular run. When the landscape is expected to change next year, that might not be the case. With Kawhi Leonard and Paul George both in good health, the Clippers have a lot of two-way players who, on paper, might be able to replicate some of the defensive success Boston had in these finals. Jamal Murray and the Nuggets, led by two-time MVP Nikola Jokic, aren't going anywhere. Because they believe it's their time, the Grizzlies will be 1 year older. LeBron James and Luka Doncic still exist. Giannis Antetokounmpo and a young Celtics team out for retribution share this sentiment. The 64-win Suns should not be discounted immediately. But if their core is healthy, they can beat the Warriors 4 times in 7 attempts, with incredible mental toughness, resilience, depth, and talent. Curry, Thompson, Green and Kerr believe they will win each series. Nobody has found a solution to what they would do on either end as they pace the sport and lead change and evolution. Although a fifth ring is unlikely, it is definitely possible. And betting against the Warriors in 2023 cannot be considered a smart bet, given everything they have gone through and how far they have come to get the fourth one. Green stated at the Game 6 podium, "I don't like to put a number on things and say, oh man, we can get 5 or we can get 6, we will acquire them until the wheels break. Our objective is to compete annually at this level. In the 2022-23 NBA season and the 2023 Western Conference playoffs, there are at least 8 teams that could compete with the Warriors. The West's biggest rival this year will be the Phoenix Suns, who have a new owner, a happier DeAndre Ayton, a healthier Devin Booker, and a desperate Chris Paul. However, the Warriors' hopes of winning a championship will be tested by more than just the Suns." After losing in the semi-finals to Golden State last season, Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies are a year older and more experienced. The 2022-23 Grizzlies are the closest team to the young, pre-dynasty Warriors in any way. They might decide to make the leap this year. Additionally, the Warriors must contend with 4 teams that each have 2 players who are capable of winning a playoff series on their own. LeBron James and Anthony Davis on the Los Angeles Lakers, Kawhi Leonard and Paul George on the Los Angeles Clippers, and Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray on the Denver Nuggets are defending back-to-back MVPs. Additionally, Luka Doncic and almost any other Dallas Maverick player fit that description. Lastly, the Rudy Gobert, Karl Anthony Towns, and Anthony Edwards-led Minnesota Timberwolves could be a complete failure. However, there is also a chance that the Timberwolves will enter the 2023 NBA Finals as a result of this strange new Twin Towers strategy. In 2022, the Eastern Conference's top spot is intimidating and packed with superstars. If Golden State is selected as the Western representative for the 2023 NBA Finals, the team that emerges will be battle-tested and likely just as talented. If the Brooklyn Nets, Philadelphia 76ers, Joel Embiid and James Harden do not collapse this season and reach the 2023 NBA Finals, it almost certainly indicates that these superstars are performing at superstar levels. If Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and the Milwaukee Bucks, Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat, or Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers get there, it probably means that these stars are playing at a level that is close to MVP. And their supporting casts have also stepped up and remained healthy. So, what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments down below. And that's all for the day, guys. If you found this video interesting, make sure to hit the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon to never miss an update from us. Thank you for watching, we'll see you at the next one. Until then, peace.